football stars on the planet their favorite foods and was shocked by who actually replied. And the first to answer was Erling Haaland.
Hi Nick, my favorite meal is tomahawk, of course, medium rare with béarnaise sauce.
Béarnaise.
I like potatoes as well. They are my favorite meal.
What a way to start. The moment I heard tomahawk, I messaged all my steak dealers asking who could get me the biggest one because apparently Haaland eats 6,000 calories a day. And to be fair, he is Norway's all-time leading scorer and one of the best strikers in the world, so I understand why he needs the energy. His teammates also say he eats like a bear, which makes me wonder if that's why he chose béarnaise sauce. If you've never heard of it, it's this buttery steak sauce made from egg yolks, melted butter, and tarragon, kind of similar to hollandaise. For plating, we're going with a Viking theme since he's Norwegian and many people call him the Viking. And remember, he also asked for a side of potatoes. His grandfather was a potato farmer, which is why he loves them so much. This is the best looking first dish any video could ever have. I think we're all thinking the same thing here, and that is how is this thing cooked? Only one way to find out. It's like a giant prime rib. Tell me in the comments, is this perfect? I think I'm just gonna eat it like a Viking. Little potato. Oh. By the way, if you think this dish looks good, just wait until you see what's coming later in the video. But first, we're giving every player's favorite dish a ranking on this tier list, and Erling Haaland just got A tier. Next up, the one and only Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Hi Nick, this is Zlatan. So one of my favorite food is kebab, because where I come from, kebab was the main thing to eat, so I'm expecting a very good kebab from you. So now it's up to you, because where I come from, the kebab is special.
Lots of pressure on this one. Zlatan has to be one of the most entertaining athletes who's ever lived. He's Sweden's all-time leading goal scorer, a black belt in Taekwondo, and loves referring to himself in the third person. He grew up in an immigrant neighborhood in Sweden where kebab shops were on every corner, and because it was the cheapest food around, he'd fill up on them every day while running around playing football as a kid. So we're making him that same doner-style street kebab with meat on a vertical spit, shaved off and wrapped up with all the classic toppings. He told me he's expecting a very good kebab, and Zlatan isn't someone who asks twice. Zlatan, just for you, this is a beef kebab fit for a king. Wow. This right here is his childhood. It's what fueled his football journey. But just because I thought he'd throw me a bit more of a curveball, Zlatan Ibrahimovic's favorite food will get a big, strong B tier. Next up, we've got Harry Kane.
Hi Nick. So one of my favorite dishes, especially after a match, is a crispy chicken burger in a nice brioche bun, some coleslaw in there, some cheese, and maybe like a spicy mayo to go over as well.
Fried chicken sandwich. Love it. Harry Kane is a living legend. He's England's all-time leading goal scorer, but it's good to know that even the greats love a good chicken sandwich. I just think it's a little ironic he chose this dish given Arsenal actually rejected him when he was younger for being, and I quote, too chubby. But don't worry, he's in great shape now. To make sure this sandwich is exactly to his liking, I'm melting some English cheddar over the top and even serving it on a golden bun since back in 2018 he won the Golden Boot Award as the top scorer at the World Cup. And of course, I won't forget about the spicy mayo and coleslaw on there either. Kane is apparently a massive Tom Brady fan, so I even called up Tom to get his approval before taking the first bite. Tom, what do you think?
I think that looks perfect, Nick, but you better eat it before I come over and take it for myself.
Say no more. It's got all the best parts of a fried chicken sandwich. Crispy chicken, spicy mayo, cold, crunchy coleslaw, that gooey melted cheese, and a soft, fluffy bun. But I'm just not sure it's exciting enough. So for that reason, Harry Kane's favorite dish is getting C tier. Next up, Memo Ochoa.
Hey Nick, it's Memo. My favorite food is beef Wellington.
What?
I love it when it's cooked medium rare, with a crispy parsley on the outside and a good sauce on the side. It reminds me some of great meals shared with my family and friends. Good luck, Nick.
Well, that's not what I was expecting. Memo is Mexico's greatest goalkeeper of all time, but of all things, his favorite food being beef Wellington is something I would have never guessed. Lucky for him, I've got plenty of experience making them, but as I was making this one, I remembered that a good friend of mine can make them even better. That friend being none other than Gordon Ramsay. So I messaged him for some help.
Hey Nick, I'll send you along one of my specialities, this stunning beef Wellington, perfectly cooked to that medium rare temperature. Now, all you have to make, young man, is a delicious sauce. Hope you're enjoying the wonderful World Cup. Come on, you know I trained to play soccer before I became a prolific chef, right? See you on the pitch and enjoy the welly.
Well, this makes things a lot easier. Now that we've got this Wellington straight from Gordon's nearest restaurant, all that's left is to make the sauce. And because Memo is Mexican, we're making a mole-inspired sauce to go with it. It's rich, earthy, and may just be the best thing that's ever happened to a Wellington. Memo said his favorite part about this dish is that it reminds him of great meals with family and friends. So I hope I've done it justice. I think we can all agree, perfect medium rare, just like Memo wanted. But let's see about the taste. In some ways, this whole dish is so confusing. It's a Mexican player who requested an English dish, and it was made mostly by Gordon Ramsay, but it works. In fact, it's pretty darn near perfect. Memo, your favorite dish is going straight to A tier. Next up, Christian Pulisic.
Hey Nick, it's Christian Pulisic here, and my favorite meal to eat, especially when I come back to the US, is some crispy chicken wings, some buffalo chicken wings with blue cheese, maybe some fries on the side.
Okay.
And of course, some homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Of course.
Some of my favorites.
The Most Unhealthy Meal Award. Christian lives in Italy since he plays for AC Milan, but I love that his favorite foods are still 3 of the most American foods on earth. I mean, buffalo wings, french fries, and chocolate chip cookies? Come on. I'm making the buffalo sauce homemade with my brand new Osmo Magic Sauce, because everything Pulisic does on the field is magical. Uh-oh. I also think it's fun to know that he's from Hershey, Pennsylvania, the chocolate capital of America, and I think it explains why he loves chocolate chip cookies so much. As the Team USA captain, he earned the nickname Captain America, which apparently he doesn't really like, but we're gonna plate everything on a Captain America shield anyways. Sorry, Christian. He also specifically asked for blue cheese dressing, which I'm gonna pour all over the wings since I just think it'll look cool. And finally, we can eat. Like I said, it doesn't get any more American than this. Saucy wings, crispy fries, chewy cookies. All these foods are so delicious, but they're a little weak compared to a lot of the food we have in this video, which is why Christian Pulisic's favorite meal is getting a B tier. Next up, Ousmane Dembélé.
Le chip. J'aime quand ma mère prépare le chip. J'aime ça. C'est long ça. 10h, 16h, on mange.
Dembélé recently won the Ballon d'Or, which means he's currently the best football player on the planet. Someone once asked him if he's left-footed or right-footed, and he said he doesn't even know because both feet are equally good. I like to think that I'm just as good cooking with my left hand as I am with my right, but maybe that's not a fair comparison. I noticed that even though he messaged me in French, he didn't ask for French food. Chep is Senegal's national dish, and he chose it because his family is Senegalese. It's a dish that normally takes about 6 hours, but I've made my own slightly faster version, especially because I know mine probably won't be quite as good as his mom's anyways. Just looking at this, I'm sad I've never gotten to try chep before, but very happy that I'm about to. Traditionally, you eat it with your hands, so I'm gonna grab some of that flaky fish. Oh my, look at that. I'll pair my first bite with some cabbage and broken rice. Come on. I can already tell you this is gonna rank high. It's tomatoey, savory, and that broken rice absorbs everything, so every bite is packed with flavor. Just by looking at it, I had a feeling Ousmane Dembélé's favorite dish has earned our very first S tier. Woo! Next up, Robert Lewandowski.
Hi Nick, here's Robert. My favorite food has to be pasta portofino.
Wow.
Loads of pesto, good olive oil, and sweet tomato sauce. That somehow make everything better. It should taste like summer in Italy. Good luck.
Pasta Portofino. Lewandowski is Poland's all-time leading scorer and greatest ever footballer, yet his favorite food is Italian, but I'm not going to question it because Pasta Portofino is such a great answer. If you've never heard of it, it was created accidentally when a chef in Italy once ran out of pesto halfway through dinner service and mixed in some tomato sauce to stretch it, and that accident became one of Italy's most beloved pasta dishes, made with a creamy pink sauce that's half pesto, half tomato. He specifically said it should taste like summer in Italy, which is why it's important that we make everything from scratch here. And keep in mind, this is a guy who once scored 5 goals in 9 minutes. A performance so absurd it broke 4 Guinness World Records. So when he tells me how his pasta should taste, I'm gonna listen carefully. Lewandowski actually follows a strict diet where he eats dessert before his main course, because apparently sweet foods digest faster and don't compete with the proteins in his main meal. I don't really understand it, but I'm never gonna complain about having some tiramisu before my pasta. I may just start doing this every day. As for our pasta portofino, looks amazing, smells amazing. It's delicious. It's similar to what I expected, an ultra creamy tomatoey pesto pasta. Robert Lewandowski's favorite meal deserves a solid B tier. Next up, we've got David Beckham. He invited me to come cook with him in person, but once I got there, I realized it wouldn't be fair to the rest of the players in the video, so I asked him what to make back at home, and he answered,
I've always loved honey since I was a little kid.
And this makes sense, because in addition to being one of the most famous footballers to ever live, Beckham is also a very serious beekeeper. He has over 25 hives at home and even started his own honey brand, so in honor of his British heritage, I've decided to make him a sticky toffee pudding using honey instead of sugar. For anyone who's never had sticky toffee pudding, imagine this rich, warm cake drenched in caramel sauce. Now imagine that same thing but with all of that sweetness coming from honey instead of sugar. It just goes to show that sometimes when you bend the rules in cooking, you end up with something even better than the original. And if there's anyone who knows about bending things, it's Beckham. Let's taste before it melts. I don't normally like dessert, but this is better than regular sticky toffee pudding. It's got a sweet, caramelized honey flavor with every texture you could ever want. And the balance between hot and cold with that ice cream, chef's kiss. David Beckham's favorite dish gets a very well-deserved A tier. Next up is Luka Modric.
Hi, Nick.